Ya Ikhwan, this is not limited only to those people whose misguidance is clear. To a Salafi, we know that the misguidance of the Muslim Brotherhood is clear. But do not think that this is only something that only an Ikhwani is going to do, or a Takfiri is going to do, or a Tablighi is going. No. Because there are many people who wear the garb of Salafiyyah, they wear the garb of the Sunnah, and they bring similar principles or principles which are disguised into the ranks of the people of the Sunnah. And over the past 20 years, 20, 30 years, our scholars, the likes of Shaykh al-Albani rahimahullah, Shaykh ibn Baz, Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen, Shaykh Rabi', Shaykh al-Fawzan, Shaykh Ahmad al-Najmi, Shaykh Zayd al-Madkhali, all of these scholars, there were many characters and personalities which appeared. And they tried to bring some evil principle similar to this principle into the ranks of the Salafis. And the scholars refuted them and exposed them. People like Adnan Arur, right? They tried to take this principle of Hassan al-Banna and then try to disguise it, right? And conceal it so that people wouldn't recognize that it's really the same thing, right? Adnan Arur, Abu al-Hasan al-Ma'rabi, right? Ali al-Halabi, right? Some people going in the direction of being soft and accommodating Ahlul Bid'ah, and other people going in the other direction of going extreme, right? Being extreme against Ahlul Sunnah. Yahya al-Hajuri, Mahmud al-Haddad, right? People like that, where they brought this harshness and sternness against the people of the Sunnah, which is not needed. And on the other hand, you have people who are being lenient and soft. All of these people, the scholars, they spoke about them. But the point that we want to make is that do not be deceived just because a person comes and he dresses the garb of Salafiyyah. Right? Because there are people present in the field of da'wah today, in this country, other countries, where they come to you with this garb of Salafiyyah, but when you look at what they are promoting, it is pure Ikhwani. I'll give you one example. An individual by the name of Abdurrahman Hassan, right? He's some Somali, I believe. And he spoke of a principle where he said that you are not allowed to warn someone against a person until you know that that person is listening and reading from his books. In other words, and he actually gave this example, he said, Hamza Yusuf, for example, Hamza Yusuf is a Sufi, Ash'ari, right? Misguided innovator. You cannot warn a Muslim from him until and unless you know he's actually reading the book of Hamza Yusuf, or he's listening to a tape of Hamza Yusuf, right? And he mentioned this as a principle. He said, you would be backbiting if you do so. This is from the most evil falsehood. It's the most evil principle. It is an Ikhwani principle. And he's pushing this in the name of Salafiyyah. Right? This principle is demolished from so many angles. From so many angles. From the Quran, from the Sunnah, from the way of the Sahaba, from the Imams of the Salaf. Right? In the time of the Messenger of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, was there any Khariji? Was there a Khariji? Was there a Khariji in the time of the Messenger of Allah? Yes or no? Was there a Qadari? Then why did the Messenger of Allah speak about the Khawarij and speak about the Qadari and warn his ummah from them? When no one had even heard of a Qadari, or even what is a Qadari, why did he warn the ummah from this evil? Right? There are so many angles of refutation of this batil. So the point being, out there in the field of da'wah, as the Shaykh is mentioning, there is so much confusion. There are mughalatat, there are misconceptions, misunderstandings, there are shubuhat, there are doubts, right? And these doubts can enter into the ranks of the Salafis, and even the Salafis can be confused, and they can't see what's truth, what's falsehood, what's sunnah, what's bid'ah. Who is the muhiq, who is the one who's establishing the truth, and who is the mubtil, Who is the one who is, upon falsehood and establishing falsehood, right? A Salafi cannot be confused like this. A Salafi is always upon the truth, upon clarity. And we're not saying that a Salafi has to have, a deep, profound knowledge on every issue, that he knows all of the, every deep. No, we're not saying that. We're not, because we know everybody is at a different level. But at minimum, you should know that in this issue, this is the truth, right? Because it's been clarified by the people of knowledge, or it's been clarified with evidence, and I know that this is the truth. Khalas, no. That's enough for you, right? At least at that, you should know this is where we stand, and this is, where I stand, and then that's it. And as for like a deep-rooted, this is not for everybody. But at least that clarity in principle should be there. And the Shaykh goes on, after he mentioned the point about these people, how they present these false principles,